certified instructor. I teach adults, I teach teens. Then also we're going to go over safe driving behaviors. So if you're learning how to drive or you want to learn how to drive, this information is for you. All right, guys, I'm going to go ahead and go over this information. I'm going to go from 79 to the end. When parked between two cars, idle acceleration. This is when you are barely on the gas. You want to park. A lot of you have questions about parking. You can't park very fast. You're going to hit a car to the left. You're going to hit a car to the right. The same thing when you parallel park, you back in slowly. The same thing when you reverse into your driveway to your house, you back in slowly. Parking maneuvers are meant to be at idle speed or 1 or 2 miles an hour. What is the danger of braking and turning at the same time? You're going to overload the front tires. So what I need all of you to do when you're driving with me, driving with your mom, driving with your dad, bad weather, cold weather, slow down before you make your turn. If you don't slow down before you make your turn, you're going to end up losing control, going to the left lane, which is an automatic failure, hitting the curb, which is also a failure, and it's very scary. So reduce your speed before you go into the turn. To steer a vehicle smoothly and precisely, look towards your intended path of travel. If you want to make a left turn, I should see you looking to the left. If you want to make a right turn, I should see you looking to the right. Don't be scared to look where you're going. When making a right turn at an intersection onto a two-way street, you should turn from the lane closest to the right curb unless it is blocked. Always keep your turn as short as possible. That's one thing I try to teach all of you. When you take your driver's education test, when you take your state test, if you turn in the wrong lane, you could get marked down for a dangerous maneuver. If you turn in the wrong lane and hit an object, a car, the curb, that is automatic failure. We're not trying to have you fail your driving test. A parked car is on your right. What lane position should you move to? Left of center. There's right of center, there's middle of center, there's left of center. You need to learn spatial orientation, and you will, just like driving in your neighborhood. There are cars parked on the right. You want to be to the left of center, so if someone opens their door, you don't hit them. When you turn, the weight of your vehicle shifts toward the opposite side of the direction you turn. If you turn left, it goes to the right. If you turn right, it goes to the left. If you push the gas, the weight will go to the rear. So be gentle when you're accelerating. When making a left turn at an intersection onto a two-way street, turn from the lane closest to the left. I always tell you that, and some of you are still turning in the wrong lane. If you're making a left turn and you go straight to the curb lane or to the right, that's a driving error that could create an accident, and I don't want to see you get in an accident. Hello. Let's keep going. If you must leave the roadway at a high rate of speed with no open space to travel, choose something that is small. You want a glancing blow. You never want to hit a tree. You do not want to hit the guardrail. You could bounce off the guardrail. You could go through the guardrail. So you want to try to aim for something soft so that will absorb the energy of the car. In urban areas, who are frequently road users besides other passengers? We have bicyclists, we have mopeds, and we have pedestrians. Pedestrians always have the right of way. If pedestrians are walking, they should be walking toward traffic if there's no sidewalk. If you are riding your bike, you ride with the flow of the traffic. If you're making a right turn, we need to look to our right before we turn, because if we don't, we could hit a bicyclist. It's called a right hook. If you're making a left turn and they're bicyclists or pedestrians, you need to look the entire left side from your left to your right, the whole crosswalk area. If not, you could do a left cross. This is where you're hitting the bicyclist because you didn't look fully. So we're trying to be safe. Which of the following helps determine a safe speed of rural environments? It's the road surface. Most rural roads are dirt, they're gravel, so you got to be very mindful. They're soft shoulders. What is the visual clue that it is safe to re-enter your lane? When the vehicle you're passing, you can re-enter when your front wheels go over one side of the road and your rear mirror. We're going to be driving on a lot of curvy roads the next couple of days. There are a lot of curves. What I need you guys to do is be smooth in the curves and accelerate out. How much space should you give bicyclists when you're passing them? About 3 feet. So treat them like a vehicle. If you can change lanes, change it. 91. A reasonable and prudent speed to set of any condition is the speed that gives you time to have a safe path of travel. If it's raining outside, slow down. If it's snow or ice, slow down. Take your time. Driving on a rural roadways can be especially hazardous due to the curves and the hills. So reduce your speed. There are deer, people riding horses, tractors, bigger farm trucks. Got to be careful. When traffic is slow and heavy, you must cross the railroad tracks before reaching an intersection. You should wait until you can completely cross the tracks before proceeding. So you got to look left and right. You might have to lift and let down and listen. The overwhelming majority of crashes are the result of human errors. So we're going too fast. We're not paying attention. We're distracted. So you've got to look, you've got to take your time. If you feel a small vibration in your tires or the steering wheel, this may indicate the roadway surface has changed. When passing in heavy traffic, firm acceleration is needed. You want to push the gas and you want to accelerate. How should you hold the steering wheel in an off-road recovery situations? Both hands on the steering wheel with the firm grip. Which of these is the proper way to change lanes? Check your mirror, blind spot signal, check again, then change lanes. Always be consistent. Always take your time. Where should you step when you're pulled over? As far to the right as possible. So you want to get over to the right as far as possible. You want to protect yourself, protect the officer. Implied consent will be on your test. Implied consent means you have given your right to consent to be tested for alcohol in your blood. I need all of you to type in 2 things you learned. Complete sentences. Type in 2 things you learned. 2. While you guys are listening, I'm going over some other vital information. Beginning drivers do a lot of light traffic driving. What does this mean? They're staying in the neighborhood. You're not really going in general areas. You go to school and back home. You go from home to maybe your grandparents. What I need you guys to do is practice. Practice your right turns. Practice your left turns. Practice having good speed control. A lot of beginners are scared to pull out in traffic. It does take time. Left turns are the most dangerous type of turns. What state are you guys from? What country are you from? I'm from the Midwest. I'm from the United States. Where are you from? There's some other information I need to go over. Safe driving behaviors. All of you should have put your information in. Do you automatically put on your seatbelt? When you get into a car, the first thing you need to do is put on your seatbelt. If you don't do that, you're not thinking of safety. Next, do you maintain proper speed at all times? Are you going too slow on a country road? The speed limit is 45, but you're going 30. You're going 35. You can get a ticket for driving too slow. Do you maintain a safe following distance of a minimum of 3 seconds? 1001, 1002, and 1003. If all of this sounds the same, it is. It's going to be on your knowledge test. and you will be tested next week. I'm preparing you right now. Do you identify, understand, and respond appropriately to traffic signals and lights? Meaning, are you running yellow lights? Are you running red lights? Do you know what a sharp curve is? Do you know what an intersection is? Because when we go out to the country, they don't have traditional traffic lights. Green, yellow, red. They have a flashing yellow. If you know what a flashing yellow is, type it in right now. If you know what a flashing yellow light is, everyone should type it in. Because when you're driving in the country, you're going to have flashing yellow lights. You're going to have flashing red lights. What does a flashing red light mean? Okay. What does this sign with the man and a horse mean? Okay. You're going to see these signs. Okay. You have to be aware, because when you drive into the country, you think to relax, la, 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 everything's beautiful, but it's a very deadly time because they are deer. We went out to the country twice today. I saw deer to the left in the back 40. This tells me the deer are out in the morning, afternoon, and evening. They usually come out early morning or early evening. It's really important that you understand this. I don't want you to get hit by a deer, but car deer crashes happen all the time. Do you effectively manage risk in the driving environment? We're driving in the country. Are you looking left, looking right? I'm looking for deer. I'm looking for turkey. I'm looking for wild horses. I'm looking. When you're in a city, are you properly managing? Downtown Detroit, downtown Houston, Texas, downtown Los Angeles, California, downtown Montgomery, Alabama. You have to look around. There are more pedestrians. There are more crosswalks. Next, are you demonstrating the ability to select gaps and avoid hesitation? When you're done with your instructor, it's going to be you and your mom, you and your dad. You have to make a left turn. Mom and dad aren't going to hold your hand. They're going to say, Hannah, what's taking you so long? I'm just waiting. Sorry, Hannah, I'm just playing. They're going to say, Evan, why are you taking so long to merge under? They're going to say, Joshua, why are you not making your turn? I'm just waiting for all the traffic to go by. You have to demonstrate this to your parents. I'm an instructor. We will help you. We will support you, Lily, but you have to be the one to go into the roundabout. You have to be the one to make a decision that, like, just turn yellow. You have time to stop. You didn't stop. You got hit or you got a ticket. That's your fault. Are you slowing down and decelerating in the proper lane? We really worked on this, the deacceleration lane. Again, this is all for your test. Do you yield to pedestrians? If you don't, you're making your instructor upset because you are in danger, but you don't know it. If this helped you and brought you value, give it a thumbs up. Share with your friends. And if you really like it, subscribe. Bye.